Nan. He looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he, Victor? Originally from China. Another tall player, 1m90. He's not quite as tall as Golding, but up there.
Well, that's very tall for a singles player. If you look the likes of Lin Dan and Lee Chung-wei,
and of course Victor Axelsen, with the knowledge that his team have taken the first two matches, he knows he can finish it here and now.
Yeah. And I think he will. He's been playing quite well. Oh, it's been a lot of pressure on Victor since he won the World Junior Championship. And of course, there's always this thing when a guy like Peter Gade quits, it's who's gonna take the next.
Who's the next Peter Gade?
Yeah, exactly. And there is no next Peter Gade, but as the next Victor Axelsen or next Jan Jørgensen, and they're just trying to nice and easy find their way. And Victor this year winning the Swiss Open was a really good result for him, and even beating Jan at that point.
Yeah, since then as well, he's played pretty well. 2 quarterfinals in the Indian Open, semis in the European Championships, where, as you mentioned, Jorgensen beat him. But it's been a good season, up to 15 in the world rankings. Part of the bronze medal winning team in this Thomas Cup a couple of years ago, Victor Axelsen. Had a couple of wins last year as well, but in tournaments not as big as the Swiss Open one, in a couple of events in Denmark.
Yeah, but he's been working hard on things, and of course he had that situation that every young player in Denmark is going to have at some point, even though that we're a very small country. So you could still move from he's from Funen, Odense, and there's still an hour and 10 minutes to Copenhagen, and he had to move to Copenhagen. And I know an hour and 10 might not sound as a lot, but in Denmark it is. For a Danish guy, it's a lot.
In China, that's just round the corner, isn't it?
It is.
Wei Nan, he's been charging up the rankings. He was just outside the top 100 in October, but up to 28 now, caused an upset in the first round of the Asian Badminton Championships, beat Bunsak Ponsana before succumbing to St. Lindan in the quarterfinals. But yeah, he's a player who's moving in the right way.
Impressive at the age of 30.
Semi-finals at the China Masters. Got to the final of the China International Challenge. There's our officials then. Umpire is Kelvin Martin, and there's Satyawan Mahadu, our service judge. They actually haven't ever met before, these two, which is surprising really, because they were playing some similar events last year, in particular Dutch Open Wei Nan won.
Ready to play.
Yeah, it's 2 players in form, so, and having not played each other before, it's of course always an interesting thing. And I think for Wei Nan, it's more of a problem for him than it is for Victor, because Victor's style is so different from everybody else. Where Wayne Nan can, is similar to other players. I don't think it's very often he plays a guy who's 191. So we'll see how he's going to cope with that.
You can see he's getting himself G'd up, Victor Axelsen. It's good to see. I mean, the tie overall is pretty comfortable for Denmark. A couple of matches already in the bag. This means they only need to win one of their final three to make sure of things.
On my right, Denmark represented by Victor Axelsen, and on my left, Hong Kong, China represented by Wei Nan. Denmark serve, level.
So the second of the men's singles in this opening day of the Thomas Cup underway. Axelsen against Wei Nan. And already another example of the difficulties of coping with the drift down the other end of the court for Wei Nan.
That's better.
Yeah,
service over.
One shot.
One all.
Misjudgment this time from Axelsen. Always hard, isn't it, when you've just left one and it lands in to then leave the next
service
one.
over. Yeah. 2-1.
Good defense by Wei Nan.
Service over. 2-all.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot.
Great angle from Wei.
Yeah, and it's important start here for Wei. Been able to cope with Victor's very steep attack. And that's not something that Victor's going to like, because it's very often that he wins those points. And then here,
good net play, wasn't it?
Yeah, and net play as well. So good start for Wei. It's not a good sign for Denmark.
Long again from Axelsen.
5-2.
Yeah, Wei Nan certainly has settled the faster of the two players here. That's given good. Of course,
6.
the challenge is open if Axelsen felt that wasn't the case, but he's decided to let the point settle.
And that's the good thing about the new thing. You can challenge this beforehand. There will be an argument, and you'll be going down to the line just saying, "What are you doing?" No, you can challenge it.
Yeah.
Oh,
2.
I gotta live with it. So I really like that. But Wei, really good start from Wei here. Controlling the match totally, both net and backcourt. And he's finding the backcourt, which we in the first singles saw they were not able to. So he's in good form.
I mean, this isn't just a good start now, this is a fantastic
start
from Wei Nan. He's just won 8 points on the spin. Axelsen must be thinking, what's going on here, really? He's got a bit of working out to do, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And that's just wide.
A little bit lazy there.
Service over.
feeling too comfortable, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
9.
Taking it in the backhand, something that you seldom see nowadays in men's singles. They're so quick that they go around the head.
As he was trying there, but a little look up to the lights.
9.
And a little bit of respite for Victor Axelsen. Didn't last long though, did it?
Service over. 10-4.
That's more like it.
Very
Service
steep
over.
match.
5-10.
And that's what Victor needs. He needs confidence in those shots.
And that's long.
Service
And it's the first
over.
time this morning that Hong Kong
11-5 in
have gone
double.
into an interval with a lead. And it's a pretty good one as well for Wei Nan. 11 points to 5. Now, they'll be disappointed, but plenty of time to retrieve the situation for Axelsen.
Not using one side at all.
Got 1.
Well, it looks like Victor should be standing on
20 seconds.
one side and don't care about the other one. No, I think one of the problems for Victor now is that you know, we saw in the first single that you standing on the side where he's standing, he, you know, using the backcourt and forcing your opponents to do mistakes, and it was very vital for that. But he's actually been lifting out on that side a few times, so he's not.
11-5.
And that's not something he likes. I know that.
Left.
I coached him as a junior player, and him being able to lift is very important for him. See, that's better.
Service over.
When you coached him as a
11.
youngster, obviously there was a lot of potential there. I mean, to see him go on and win the World Juniors, how long before that were you looking after him?
I came in after that one, actually.
Okay.
I had the two other ones where he didn't win, so maybe
Now
it was
we
me.
know who to blame then.
But of course he was also very young when he won his first one. But with of course being that young and getting the attention of the world, and especially in Denmark, then of course a lot of pressure comes, and it's almost impossible to follow up on. Not only did he do well there, he actually started doing really well in the senior tournaments as well. So
7-11.
maybe got, you know, it was a little bit too fast, and it needed a little bit of time, more time to settle in now. And
Because he's still only 20, isn't it? I mean,
still
it's-
only 20. Yeah.
obviously we've seen in the women's singles a lot of young girls coming through, and you know, even at 18 winning world championships.
But,
I mean,
but 20 is not something special anymore. Gade won All England at 19 or 20, you know, so Taufik, what did he, you know, he never won the All England, but
Service
he was up
over.
there when he, you know, so
12-7.
it's not something special anymore. Being a special case here is, of course, that one king has stepped down who's going to take the throne, and it could have been a very young guy, but I think Jan has showed last couple of months here after this race that he's the guy
13-7.
for now.
clever firm weight at the body of Axelsen.
7.
He's playing really well. Good variation of shots.
Starting to get in
Service
game, saw
over.
something look there towards the coaches, a little bit of encouragement from them.
Change it.
Well, 6 points to gap. It's just wide.
9-14.
A little bit more spring in the step from Axelson.
10-14.
But for Wei Nan, it's a case here, isn't it, of just staying solid, keeping up the consistency he's shown in the opening exchanges. Still a 4-point gap from him.
Service over. 15-10.
And there you see why, compared to who that we saw in the first game, he has a little bit more of attacking weapons, and at least he has a big smash there, as you can see, and that just makes a difference. That makes Victor, you know, not being comfortable in his defense, and that's important. Good defense.
Service over. 11-15.
Well played by White.
Service over. 16-11.
Closing the net.
Change it. Victor. Change it. Change it. Seventeen, 11.
Yeah, I can see Kenneth's having a hard talk with Victor. So apparently he's not following the orders, if you can say that.
18.
Well, he got himself
11.
into an early hole, hasn't he? And
Yeah.
he's just not been able to extricate himself from it.
But credit to I, he's playing really well. He is in control. He's looks focused and
Service
not afraid
over.
to take the right chances.
12-18.
And there again, the backcourt, and that's
Service over. 19-12.
but that can also come down to maturity, you know, having played these tournaments
Service over.
more than
13.
2
19.
years, 3 years maybe.
So game points for Wei Nan.
Service over. 20.
Been
Game
pretty
point,
emphatic so far, hasn't it?
13.
He's dominated from the very start. maybe some joy coming Hong Kong's way here. And we must remember it's a scratch men's doubles pair that are coming next, and then the fourth choice singles player that's playing with a bit of an injury for Wietinghouse as well.
Yeah.
Service over.
Yeah.
14.
We might have a game here.
Maybe,
20.
maybe.
Um,
Not trying to overplay it too much. It's only a flicker of hope for Hong Kong, but there are some points.
I must say, having 2 games in hands for Denmark and knowing that having Fischer and Mogensen,
First game.
You'd still think they'd be a strong
I
pair.
think they'll
China.
be
21.
But
14.
credit to Wei Nan. He's done his job so far. A very, very impressive opening game, and he's taking it by 21 points to 14. So all to do for Victor Axelsen. Otherwise Hong Kong could pull one back here. Wei Nan taking that opening game 21-14.
Yeah, and Wei Nan did it on the difficult side. So he's got the good side now for a singles player, which is a little bit of drift against you, so you can use that to force your shuttles. You can push a little bit more on your shuttles with knowing that the drift is going to keep the shuttle inside. So this is going to be very, very difficult for Victor.
And interestingly, while Wei Nan
Court
just
one,
sorts out
20
his
seconds.
racket and a bit
Court
of powder
one,
on there.
20
No
seconds.
chat
Thank
from
you,
his
coach.
coaches for too long, whereas
Thank you, coach.
there you can see it's just ending
Yeah.
for Victor with Kenneth Jonassen.
Wait.
And I think it is needed for Kenneth to step in and refocus Victor. But with the way why he's playing here, so that's going to be difficult, because there's not really an area of the game where Victor's been better. It's not, you know, he's been controlling the match totally, and he looks really comfortable.
Well, with the supposed easier
Second
end
game.
of the court, chance
Love
for
all.
Wei Nan to
Black.
hammer home his advantage here. 21-14, that opening game. Impressed. Well, thought about leaving it,
Service
and then was in a
over.
kind of no man's land,
1
wasn't it?
love.
Just wide. But a solid start for Axelsen, and it's hard, isn't it? You want to go out there, you want to play your shots, and you want to try and show some authority in the match, but he can't really afford at this stage, given the way the first game went, to go out there and make too many unforced errors.
No. Yeah.
3 love.
Just the start he would have wanted to game to, Wei Nan.
And Victor's coming out with a lot of tempo. Very aggressive.
Service over. 1-3.
So cool. Have a look at that again. You can almost see he's depending on he almost stops the rally. Very good at the net. There you have it again. Unbelievable.
2-3.
So good at spinning it so tight to the net.
Yeah, we talked about it in the opening game. You know, Humu was certainly a player that kind of lacking confidence, hardly won a match all year. Whereas, of course, Wayne Ant comes here having really played well in the last 6 months. Went under his belt last year as well.
Yeah, and we can see you talked about body language as well. You know, you can see it in his body language. He's feeling comfortable without shouting or anything, but you can just see that he believes in his game.
4-2. Wait.
There's been a few disputes, hasn't there, over the changing of the shuttle.
Yeah.
Play.
It is for me kind of a weird thing, you know. The umpire has to sit there and make the decision: is the shuttle good enough or not? You know. That's the drift.
Service
And then you
over.
often see that they change it anyway. The rally after and nothing. It's, you know, there's been some cases where it's a serve and a return, and then they change it. You know, can hardly happen anything to the shuttle with that.
Court.
Well played by Victor, and you can see he knew that he was going to play it back there.
Service over. 5-3. Service over. 4-5.
That's a good net shot from Axelson, but is it going to be enough for him to win the point? Yes, it is.
Service over. 6-4.
It's definitely a better start here in the second game than in the first game.
Sure. But there's been nothing really from Wayne Ann to suggest anything of a wobble.
No.
Victor's just maybe stepped it up a little bit.
Yeah, he's taking the front court now. You see, he's not afraid to move now. He's not afraid to read the game, standing far up in the court. Something that is very important for Victor. You see, he's already moving forward. There. That's a good sign for Denmark. Worrying signs for Hong Kong.
Service over. 5-7.
It's a great shot.
This is more like it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
that's
8-5.
But can he keep this kind of consistency up here, Axelson? Well,
no.
Service
Too many mistakes.
over. 6-8.
So now we're down to, he's actually played a pretty good start to the second game, but it's only a 2-point lead. So
yeah, because I don't, as I said, I was suggesting really, I don't think the level's gone down from Wayne Ann from the opening game.
yeah, it has.
7-8. 8.
But that can quickly turn up again, I think. And then 7-8.
Oh,
Great defense.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Got himself back in
8.
position so quickly.
All.
Great balance. See the replay of that one. Down on the floor and gets quickly back up.
Thank you.
Balance himself to cover the cross-court shot from Victor. But is this a little bit of a momentum changer now? There you see. Look at that. So quick.
Oh, right on the line as well.
9.
Fantastic from
8.
Wei Nan.
Into the lead now.
Yeah, 4 points in a row for the Hong Kong player.
And Victor has to stop this, if you can say it, bleeding now, because he can't afford to get behind now.
Well, of course, it was 9 points in a row in that opening game, but that does stop the bleeding.
Service over.
That's good return.
9. All.
I'm really impressed by his net shots.
10.
You can see on Victor, it's really, he can't really do anything with it. He's really playing it so close to the net that he's building up to that smash, and he's got a pretty hard smash as well. So,
but you can see why this Wei Nan's climbed in the space of 8 months, over 70 places in the world rankings.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's got the game. And he's got that little thing, and I find that if you need to be, growing as a player and you need to be a top player, he's got that. Oh,
we're seeing good badminton, aren't we? All around, really.
Some amazing shots. He's got that tempo shift where you're pretty calm in what he's doing, and then suddenly you see him explode, and that is what you see in the best players. Look at that net shot. Oh, even better back.
11-10.
Well, what a terrific start it's been to the second game. Some really good badminton.
Wow.
Summed up by some terrific net shots from both players there. Axelsen taking the point to give him a very narrow advantage in game 2, 11-10.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
It's a narrow lead
Court
for
1,
Axelsen. There's some of the play zones that we saw in that second game. Pretty even all round, isn't it? Well, it's been a really good match, this. I mean, the first 2 matches were pretty uneven contests. Denmark pretty comfortable throughout. But I suppose you could say this one's been fairly uneven in some respect, but we're seeing a better quality of badminton.
That was not only that, but it's better badminton. It's they're really producing good shots.
12-10.
Oh, so close ones.
Service
The racket
over.
wasn't too far away from the shuttle, but I don't think you're going to get it back
12.
playing it like that.
Mappa.
But it's a shame, really. I mean, Axelsen did so well to get to that.
It's close.
It wasn't far away.
No, that would have been the shot of
A
the
lifetime.
century.
Yeah.
Lifetime, not even century. It would be
Thank
probably
you.
the greatest shot ever.
Thank you. Okay, okay. Mappa. Thank you. Okay, okay. Mappa.
Just so fast. And that's the tempo shift that I talked about before. Look at how quickly Y is reacting to that net shot. Fantastic.
Did well to get that back at all, and then he's annoyed with himself because the easiest shot he puts in the net.
But you see now Rai is attacking hard now. He's really going on the attack now. And Victor has to be ready.
Fault. 14. 12.
Oh, did he put that one into the net? Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. Oh, it's also a fault.
Yeah. He was just, his racket was over.
He's playing much faster now. You see, it's why he's just picked up the pace.
Yeah, pretty tight net shots here.
I think Victor has to stay away from that and maybe play a little bit, play less shuttle a little bit into the court, so he can't spin it close. But this looks a little bit like the beginning of the first game now.
But
Victor is forced to making shots that.
Well, you're spot on. I mean, it's another run, 4 points in a row, potentially 5 in a second. Oh, no, into the net. Important point.
Oh, very.
For Victor.
And he knew it.
16.
But things are slipping away, and as far as Denmark are concerned in this third, we're above it.
Not only are they slipping away here, we're gonna have, if Victor doesn't change this, we're gonna have a game. As you said, that's well played. We haven't seen Fischer and Mogensen
16.
play together yet.
No.
I do think they.
Well, the interesting thing, and obviously we'll focus on it when it's their match, but it's all very well having a scratch pairing, and we saw it in the last Hong Kong pair. They had a scratch pairing there, but you would have thought they'd been building up to it.
Yeah.
Because it happened so late that Matthias Bo got injured, that they've only had days really to work together as a partnership.
Oh, challenge. It's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Challenge.
And that, if there was ever an important challenge, this is it.
Challenge. Sideline. Fold. Out.
Well, it's really important. With the score, it's 16-14. Let's have a look. It is out.
Challenge. Unsuccessful.
Foul.
One challenge remaining.
But this is what I like about the new system, because where I'm sitting and where Victor is, this would look really close.
Service over.
So no, there's no
17,
debate or anything, no
14.
things going on. Even though we like a little bit on court, Richard, I know that. But he's playing.
18.
The thing is that
14.
in Axelsen's mind now, everything's got to be perfect. Playing at the net, you've got to play them spot on,
Yeah.
Otherwise it's coming back at you even better.
Yeah. Well, I might be unfair here, but I think we had to say the best singles players from Hong Kong at the minute. We must say it's Wei.
Although he's just missed an opportunity there.
That was a big one.
15.
That was a big one.
18.
But the way he's playing here, I can't see him losing to who
Play.
other. So
Victor, play.
There you can see the advantage of maybe
15,
not,
18.
having a good run now, but who's still being on the ranking. He's up there because they have their best man in the second.
Yeah, the difference being though is who's playing, the big events. He's playing the Super Series events. Exactly. He's losing in the first round, but he's losing to better qualities. Whereas Wei Nan's had, if you like, easier opposition. He's playing in the second tier events, the Grand Prix Gold events, the tournaments where he's got that winning feeling.
Yeah.
And obviously that brings confidence with it.
But it actually helps them here because could Wei have done this against Yan? That probably would have been more difficult. So now they could get a win here.
What a fabulous touch that
was.
was. 2 points away from victory here, Wei Nan, and getting Hong Kong off the mark in this 2014 Thomas Cup.
It's just too good.
Match points.
Too good, isn't it?
Match point. 15.
Well, that's one way of saving one. Still 4 more match points to go though.
I can tell you one thing, was just if there's one thing that Victor's really, really good at, is these comebacks. So it's not over yet.
Okay.
It's not over yet. He likes this. I know the gap is quite big, but I've seen it before. You see that in players sometimes that you think, okay, they loosen up a little bit because they might think it's over. But
we've seen it before, but not just from Victor, but it's not a great position to be in, but it can happen.
I would prefer it to be in Wei's position.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's see. It's not good enough. I can see that from here.
16, 20.
It's not good enough. I can see that there's still a lot of red spots on the floor.
Well, the umpire saying let's get on with it. Wei Nan saying, well, hold on.
Yeah, he's totally right. That is very dangerous. He gets so slippery, those mats. And he's going to do it himself.
Okay, we're ready to get back underway. 4 match points for Wei Nan in this second singles match. Great recovery from Axelsen, but he nets it, and it means Hong Kong on their way thanks to Wei Nan. Fantastic play from the world ranked 28 player Victor Axelsen. Really just couldn't come up with any answers at all.
Hong Kong,
it's a straight game win, 21-14, 21-16, and it means it's 2-1 overall in the tie. What a recovery from Victor from
that one there.
This point here.
Fantastic.
But typical of his match, really, that he then puts the next one in the net.
Yeah.
Margins are small, just could have fallen the other side, but the realization that defeat for Axelsen, and it's victory for Wei Nan.
Well, it's got goodness, it's good for this match. It's next match is going to be fantastic to watch now.
Confirmation, 21-14, 21-16 to Wei Nan. It's 2-1 to Denmark. Opening day of the Thomas. Well, what an excellent match. Best of the 3 we've had so far. And it was Wei Nan who went off to a flying start when he won 9 points in a row, and really there's going to be no retrieving of the situation for after that in the opening game. Second game, well, Axelsen got in front, but Wei Nan, particularly after the interval, able to inject another bit of pace into his game and able to see the job done. And as we're saying, it makes things a little more intriguing, doesn't it, in terms of how the overall match stands, with a scratch pair coming up for Denmark next in the men's doubles.
Well, I could definitely tell you we're going to see the Danish pair being fired up. I don't believe they will, you know, they might have thought that, oh, with the fourth game on, we're not going to play for anything, but now they have the chance to finish it off, and that's something they will cherish.
I mean, they're two very experienced players, aren't they?
Very.
Service over.
Well, if there was any players you would love to have in this situation, they would be them, you know. But it's going to be interesting because the one thing you can say that works against the Danish pair is that you have two guys who would, what I would say would be more or less the workers in the pair they're normally playing in, you know, both Fischer and Mogen is big hitters, you know, working from the back, and they're not really that comfortable going to the front court. Where Mogensen normally plays with Bo, who comes forward, and of course Joachim plays with a girl, Christina, who is always standing forward. So that's going to be maybe interesting to see how they're going to work that out, because I used to play with Mogensen, and he wasn't, you know, I had more or less, who was a big hitter as well, had to go forward all the time. That's not right. It's an area where, of course, since we played, he has improved a lot, but has it improved enough? We have to see.
We'll see, won't we? But there we are, Wei Nan, very, very impressive, beating Victor Axelsen.
Won by.
Some of the Korean ladies watching on as their interview for Jana Jorgensen. Seems to be enjoying it. So here's some of the statistics from that match. Look at the net points won by Wei Nan. He really was good, wasn't he, at the front of the court?
Yeah, and if he keeps that net shot up at this tournament, then he's going to have a lot of victories, I can tell you. So. But I was impressed by, we saw that in the middle of the second game, that his tempo shift, that he suddenly just stepped it up and was all over the court and faster than Victor. Another interesting thing is to see how the Hong Kong pair is going to cope with this, that suddenly having a chance, let's say that they won the next one. We have to remember, new young guy, never played this before from Denmark.
Yeah, Emil Holst we're talking about. And 1 week key is
no... no, then we suddenly have a chance, because then Hong Kong is the favourites.
1 week key is a player, you know, he's been in the top 15 of the world.
He's a favourite in that match, so...
But there you go, that's the match overall
The
tie.
next one is going to decide if Hong Kong is going to win the next one. I will go down and saying that Hong Kong will win this match, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was always going to be an intriguing contest, this men's doubles match anyway, but now it's got a little bit more bite in it, hasn't it?
Definitely. And we like it. It's good that way. Middle of Danish, but gotta be neutral a little bit.
A little bit. We don't mind a little bit of patriotism there, but here they come then. Carsten Mogensen and Joachim Fischer-Nielsen up against here. Tang Chun-man and Laura Chaikin. Well, there they are. Not the pairing you'd have expected. I mean, Fischer-Nielsen, of course, mixed doubles, you know, what a wonderful partnership with Christina Pedersen. But we do have 2 Olympic medal winners here on court from London. But as you say, similar kind of styles, really. All the mixture work and be enough for them to see off an inexperienced, let's put it bluntly, a very inexperienced Hong Kong pair.
Yeah, the experience is going to be, it's going to be vital, I think. But you know, the good thing for the Danish pair is that Carsten is used to playing with a left-handed Matthias, and of course Fischer is left-handed as well, so that's not going to be a problem. The only thing I can see being a problem is this: who's going to take those rushes to the net and take the front court. So,
and it's worth repeating, because people joining us all the time and they maybe not know the news. Why is Matthias Bo not out there alongside Carsten Mogensen? And there is Carsten. Well, the reason being he's had a hernia injury, had to go to hospital, have an operation, and is going to be out for a few weeks. That happened just on Tuesday, I think it was, that they noticed there was a problem. So Fischer-Nielsen is his new partner for the week.
Yeah, but they played together before in league matches and stuff like that, but this is a different...
How much have they played together in those?
They used to play in the same team, so they were on the same team for like 5-6 years, so they have... It's not the first time they're on court together. That's maybe also an important thing.
Yes.
But you can say Fischer has not been practicing with, you know, with Carsten so much up to here, because he probably wasn't going to play that much.
Why would he?
Yeah, but he wasn't probably going to play that much.
When was the last time they played the league matches together, do you know?
That's probably a year ago or 1.5 years ago.
Okay, so not too long ago.
They were on the same team. And in this year, last year they played each other in the final of the league in mixed doubles. Fischer came out of that one successful. But he's a very, very good doubles player as well, Fischer.
Well, there is Tang and Lee. Another scratch pairing. So it's interesting that, you know, you have Lee Chun-hei here alongside Tang.
Yeah.
And maybe you might have seen him alongside Ka Long earlier, seeing as they won the World Juniors together. But obviously,
they're probably, you know, probably on to what they've been practicing up to this tournament. They've probably thought that they have a chance in this one. But come to think of it, maybe I'm getting old, I don't know, but I'm actually have been practicing a lot with Joachim, Carsten and Matthias playing, and we normally play a set each with each other, so they do have played a lot with each other. I just forgot I was on the other side.
so a very interesting point of the match. Nothing he can do now. Sit and watch, and hopefully watch his men
Denmark, represented
and
by
get the job done
Carsten
here.
Mogensen and Georgian Fischer-Nielsen. And on my left, Hong Kong, China, represented by
Dathan,
Chung Man
our
Tang
umpire,
and Chung Hei Lee. Denmark to
Grace
serve,
Chair, the service
Carsten
judge.
Mogensen to Chung Hei Lee. Love all, play. One, love.
Well, Lee Chun-hei putting it in the net. He was the one who was alongside Chow Hoi-Hwa winning the Asian Badminton Championships. So He's part of a good mixed doubles pair like Joachim Fischer-Nielsen. They're up to number 10
Service
in the
over.
world now after
1,
that win.
2.
And the Danish Super Cup team. They're out there supporting the men.
Go out.
I think we've already seen this a little bit
Straight,
of what we talked
go.
about, or what I talked about, is that you see that Carsten and Joachim is in defense all the time, so and smart play by the Hong Kong pair playing into the net. It's a good flick serve.
Very good.
4, 2.
Yeah, interesting start.
That was good.
Service
An
over.
important point as well
3,
for
4.
the Danes.
Nelson. Let the shuttle fall down. Like.
There you have it again.
Service
You
over.
can almost
5,
see that
3.
Joachim is not used to being up there, so smart play by Lee, just playing it nice and easy into the net. See, Joachim is almost moving backwards. So good tactic by the Hong Kong pair.
The Hong Kong
Service
pair
over.
combined age
4,
of 39. Joachim 35 at the other end. He wouldn't want me to remind him too much of that, but
No.
they are making a terrific
Service
start
over.
here, Lee and Tang.
6, 4.
Just the start they would have wanted, given what Wei Nan did in the previous singles match. And suddenly, a straightforward
Those
tie,
were
and
called